This is the story of the Wild Swans. Once upon a time, there was a widowed king who had 11 sons and one daughter named Elsa. It's a lot of kids, and because of the king's low sperm count, people thought for sure that some were adopted, some were born through in vitro fertilization, and that one kid was even thought to be some sort of monkey. But that's a story for another time. Anyway, the king remarries a real bitch. I mean the bitch of bitches, who also happens to be a witch that totally hates his kids. The new bitch witch queen turns the 11 brothers into swans, but they can keep their human form at night, which is sort of terrible, but also sort of cool. The witch queen then goes after their sister Elsa, who is quickly saved by her swan brothers, and they go off into a faraway land, a land called Amsterdam. Amsterdam is a pretty rockin' place. The brothers are swans all day, so they don't have to work. And at night, they get to smoke hash, meet tons of super sexy Dutch chicks, and have an amazing satellite TV package. So for them, Amsterdam is heaven. One day, Elsa meets the Queen of the Fairies, who's about to tell her how to break the spell on her brothers. But Elsa starts to preach that queens are old-fashioned and that she should think of having a representative government, with elections and shit. This is a little hypocritical since Elsa had no problem with her father being a king. Plus, it totally pisses off the fairy queen, who tells her that she must sew 11 shirts made of stinging nettles for her brothers to wear, even though a cotton poly blend would have done just fine. Elsa begins to sew the shirts, but she keeps cutting her finger to pieces and it's hurting like hell, but she soldiers on. Elsa meets a handsome prince and they totally hit it off, so she decides to skip the whole democracy speech and go right to the sex, which is sort of awkward with her bloody hands and all. But then her bitchy witchy stepmother starts a rumor saying that Elsa is a witch, and like all fairy tale rumors, everyone completely believes it. Elsa is brought to the center of Amsterdam to be burned. People are piling wood around her while she takes her stinging nettle shirts and throws them at her brothers. And they all turn from swans into men, except for one, where the shirt was not completely finished and he sort of has a freaky little wing thing left. The townspeople react by saying, listen, if you're trying to convince us that you're not a witch, turning swans into guys is going in the wrong direction. That's pretty witchy shit. Burn her. But her brothers jump to her defense. They tell the story about the witch stepmother, how they became swans, how great the hash is, and the stinging nettle shirts. The people are so bored by this long, convoluted story that they just say, listen, if you shut the fuck up, we'll let her go and drop this whole witch thing. And Elsa gets to marry her prince, who suggests that they have 12 children too, but they just have one, and he becomes an asshole. Come back next time and I'll tell you the story about the prince who invented pornography.